Hello there. I woke up not long ago and this is my Q&A video. I wanted to do it looking like myself, fully natural. This is how Stacyka looks like in her natural habitat. Oh, I didn't clean your wall. So, you guys had a lot of questions for me. Like a lot. I'll try and answer them as fast as possible. So let's get right into the video. So question 1, what does Stacyka mean? Stacyka is, okay, my name is Stacy. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Stacy, such a common name. But then Stacyka is sort of like a pet name for Stacy, or a cute name for Stacy in a Ukrainian setting. We have this way of pronouncing names, like my mother's name is Ludmila. The short version of her name is Luda. But then the cute name of saying it is Ludka, Ludochka, those kind of things. Stacy too is Stacyka, Stacyshka, Stasinka, like just cute ways of pronouncing like pet names. So Stacyka is just like a cute way of saying Stacy. Okay. The next thing. Sorry, but that mark in your armpits, what happened? This mark? Viewer discretion is advised. It's actually a scar from a surgery I had when I was like 8. It's a surgery I had to remove a hairy nervous, which is sort of like a birthmark, a kind of birthmark, and it had a potential to become cancerous in the future. So my parents just decided, let's remove it. How old are you? I'm 20. I'm almost 21. It's September 24th. What do you study? I study medicine, so I'm going to be a doctor in 2023 if Rona doesn't extend my stay in medical school. 6 years is enough, please. Did you have any insecurities about your natural hair when it was still short? How did you deal with it? Actually, no. You see, I had short hair throughout my stay in SHS. And I never braided any vacation. You know that thing where it's vacation and all the girls go and braid or wear wigs and during the vacation so they look different. I never did that and I was never uncomfortable. I actually like my cute afro, was low maintenance. I was fine, and I think you should find a way to gain that self-confidence even at that level with yourself. You don't need your hair to be up to your neck or to your waist for you to feel comfortable. Dude, like, I was always confident in it. Never had any insecurities, so I didn't have to deal with any insecurities. I think you're fake. Intiminia ding. I hope I said that right. If you think I'm fake, so what should I do?
I don't give a heck.
Well, I don't have any answer to it. Keep thinking. Describe yourself in 3 words.
I'm bad, bougie, and cute.
I'm passionate, very passionate, moody, very moody, and ambitious. Yeah. So what can one do to get close to you as a friend? It looks quite difficult. So it's not difficult to get close to me as a friend. There are some people I've recently become friends with. I think there just has to be like some mutual connection, or something has to just click. I don't govern those things. It just happens. Hey Stace, love the channel so far. So my question is, how much of an impact do you want to have on the world before you die? More specifically, what do you see yourself doing and how it would impact people or the world around you? Basically, what I see myself, you see I'm doing medicine, right? And I hope that me practicing, I hope not to practice for pay. I hope that me learning medicine is going to be for humanitarian reasons. That is, I want to find a way to sustainably make money to sustain myself and my family, such that I wouldn't need to get paid for medicine. For practicing. So that's how I want to impact the society around me. I want to do my work just not motivated by money, not motivated by salary or the food I have to eat. I just want to help. I guess that's the main thing. I won't go into details. So hi Stacey, first of all I want to say that God bless you for making Christ known on your channel. Amen. I think if you're a Christian, you should make Christ known in any outlets you have. It's only right. So it really inspires me. To my question, what's your temperament, please? So I did a temperament test about a few months ago, and it gave me 61% melancholic, 39% choleric. It actually correlates, because a melancholic person, you're not necessarily so depressed. You're prone to it, but then that's not what the temperament is. You're someone who's a perfectionist, pays attention to detail, is sensitive. That's me. A choleric person, someone who's ambitious, driven. What else did you say? I wrote something here so I'll not forget. Determined, efficient. If you know me well, that's me. So it correlates. So I'm melancholic and choleric. So I like to travel, even though I don't do it a lot. I love the beach. I like yoga. I like to stretch. I like to feel flexible. I like making videos and editing. It's a new thing I've started liking, doing this for you guys. And I love Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's my favorite thing in the world. So, has your life always been this perfect? Which perfect? Can you see this thing on my face? It's not perfect. It's not perfect at all, and it will never be perfect. You just have to make do with the imperfections. Make yourself happy. No matter how good it gets, it will still never be perfect, because your standards will keep changing how high you climb. So you just have to have a positive outlook. How old were you when you gave your life to Christ? Okay, me giving my life to Christ is a bit of quite a journey, but I don't really remember my age. I guess I was sort of 11, I think so, but 11, 12. But when I became more serious with my walk with God when I was around 15 years old. Yeah, basically. The first time you remember hearing God speak to you, that was in SHS during vacation. I was just there in my room, and I was feeling so much hurt in my heart, so much heaviness, and I was just praying. And I just heard a voice talking to me, telling me to calm down, saying all these nice things. It was almost like hearing a psalm being spoken to me. I don't know. It was a really nice thing to hear. I just wrote everything down, and I just looked at it and just heard the voice reading it to me. So just saying it, and I just knew that was God telling me something, helping me, because I was really hurting. That I don't remember what happened, but my heart was heavy. So now the questions that all you people want to know. Are you single? Who is your boyfriend? How did you meet him? What's your take on a successful relationship? Can you talk about how to balance school, relationship, and God? Is kissing a sin when both parties know that it won't lead to sex? Views regarding kissing. People, that's all you like, relationship things. So, am I single? No. Who is your boyfriend? Very amazing boy. How did you meet him? Well, he's actually in my school, in my class, so I knew him in first year, but we weren't that close. So the second year that we became close, he's one of those sharks in class. I'm also smart. Don't get it twisted. But then he's really, really good. So I was just seeing him for he was helping me sort of. And then we became friends, close that way. We were already, I guess, we were sort of friends, but not close at all. But we became really close that way, as in just studying together and just getting to know each other through that. And eventually, we realized mutual feelings we had for each other and just accumulated in what we had now. What's your take on a successful relationship? Successful relationship should be one that doesn't change you. It doesn't change your personality, but rather brings out the best in you. A successful relationship should be one that should drive you towards your goals, towards your collective goals, you and your partner. A successful relationship should know where it's headed. You can't just go and date somebody you don't know what you want from the person, what the person wants from you, where you want it to go. What's the point? Then don't get into a relationship. Can you talk about how to balance school, relationship, and God? You have to know what's most important, right? Definitely God is most important. And you're in school, and let's say, okay, let me use me as an example. I'm in school for learning. I didn't go to school to go to church. I didn't go to school to go and look for a boyfriend. But then those things always happen. Definitely God is over school. God is there before you go to school. God is there after you leave school. God is there within school. So you always have to put him in the higher pedestal. It doesn't mean forsake your school. And when you take on a relationship, it's also another added responsibility. It's not just fun times. It's a responsibility. You have to be emotionally available for the person. So balancing it, you just basically have to be able to know how to work out your time. What the time you use to focus on your academics, to learn, time you use to spend time with God, and with relationship, you guys have to work out together. How much time you spend together, what you do together, it has to be a mutual thing, so nobody feels like you're ignoring them or left out. And for me, it helps because we are both doing the same course, so it's like we learn together, and it's like also spending time together, so it's like a win-win. You see that thing? Is kissing a sin even when both parties know that it would lead to sex? So as far as I know from the Bible, kissing isn't a sin per se. I've not seen anything that points to kissing in any of these forms as sinful. But you have to know yourself. If you know that you and your partner can't end it there, then don't continue. Don't do it. You have to have self-control if you want to do that. If not, then just hug the person, or if this is too much, kiss their cheek or something. Okay. I would really like to know your take on mental illness and how many people suffer from this condition without even knowing, especially those in the medical field, that is both physicians in training and practicing as well. How can this problem be solved? I think everybody has a struggle with their state of mind at any point in time. It could be something that is due to a circumstance, and for some people it could manifest in an illness, which is something that doesn't just go away. But with regards to the mental illness, I believe you shouldn't be stigmatized for having an illness. People should be open enough to talk about it, and we should have people in place to deal with these problems right from childhood. I mean, you go to school, say in Ghana, the school I went to, I really struggled mentally as a child, as a very small child especially. I mean, definitely there's no one to talk to. The teachers who are supposed to have psychological training, they are the ones who are even inflicting more damage sometimes. So there's a problem in the system. The system doesn't prioritize your mental health. When it comes to physicians in training, as a physician, as a doctor, you see certain things. Sometimes my mother comes home so depressed and so sad about certain patients, about what happened, about how the healthcare system is failing them, how there are not enough resources. When you work in a government institute, you even be more depressed than when you work in a private institute. So I think doctors should also be able to access people to talk to. If you're watching this and you're a physician and you've seen things, some people see things and they're not the same. You have to prioritize your mental health, because the health of your other patients will bank on that. And physicians in training, I mean, medical school is hard, and the expectation is high, and the duty is scary, knowing that soon you're going to get into this. So there should be provision for how do I say, like therapists should have mental health professionals around. And I don't think it's just limited to the health profession. I mean, health profession comes with its own unique stresses, but then everybody goes through certain things in life. Everybody needs access to mental health help, to professional help. And in this country, it's really not easy to get help because of it's not so prioritized. How do you manage your time, especially towards academics? Because you seem to have a lot of time with friends, on social media, video program that demands time. How do you combine them? You just have to find a way to manage your time, have a schedule. Being on social media, it's sort of like self-control. You can set timers for yourself. Like I think social media apps, I think Instagram and Twitter does it. You can set like they'll tell you if you spent this time. So maybe your limit you make it 2 hours. So to tell you you spent 2 hours, so then you try and have that self-discipline and you don't go back there again. I struggle sometimes I spend too much time on social media, sometimes I don't learn for a long time, and it ends up affecting me. It affects me in that aspects where I didn't spend time on, and it affects me in the sense that I feel defeated. But you just have to get right up again and continue moving forward. That's it for Q&A today. Thank you all for your questions. I love you all so much. Please don't just watch and go away. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Please support, okay? I love you all so much. Bye.
Hi guys, this is Editing Stacy. I just wanted to add that I'm sorry I couldn't answer all the questions. I didn't want to make this video as long as it already is. I also couldn't answer some of your questions because, let's face it, some questions that people ask, they really expect me to answer them here. And also they involve other people. I can't just talk about other people like that here. It's not right. So yeah, thank you. Bye.